Yeah. Woo! I like how we trick the people them so we fall back. People them hear the instrument and I say, oh, him come back and then nearly drop them food and run come back and catch the street. Nah, man. Psych. Yeah. From here, the bad instrumental. You don't know this is your boy Shelz and we're back on the streets according to me. Your boy Shelz. Yo. People, tonight I'm having the most uncomfortable conversation. Like out of all the discussions I've had so far. The one that I'm admitting that this one makes me uncomfortable. We're talking about money. Something I'm gonna have. We're talking about making money last for generations. We're talking about generational wealth, how we can create it. Yeah, young people are talking about that. Can't believe that the streets actually want to hear about this. But it looks so. And like I said, tonight I don't know what we're going, but I know my guests tonight will help me out. Joining me, well, and take a sip. This is, every time I see me take a sip of this, simply water. You know that. The CEO is in the building. The young boss, my G himself, Dennis Daniels, CEO. Before I even get to Simply Water, I gotta you tell the about that thing. CEO of Biomate Jamaica. This man is saving the world. I call him Captain Planet. You know what I mean? And then him saying I'm gonna turn the whole biodegradable technology and make water. And he's the founder and director of sales for Simply Water. Welcome, bro. He's not a stranger. He's been here before. He said you spoke about a very uncomfortable topic the last time.
Yes.
Dance hall. But no, we're talking business.
Yeah,
so welcome, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank
and
you
next to him, do I have permission to say this? The beautiful, can I say that? I really have to ask him, people, because this is his lovely lady. We have a power couple in the house, you know what I mean? And them young too. I love that. The beautiful Janae Harris. She is the CEO of Scripty Virtual Services. I got that right? See it? It's a virtual assistance company that provides administrative and social media support to entrepreneurs, both internationally and on the local markets. I got that right. I represented.
Yes.
Young people do them thing. I hear people. Young man, I wonder, can they have a bag juice business and then just make me feel like whenever they go out with nothing. But here's somebody gonna make me feel like my bag juice business could have worked if me they have a little more sense. So, as we said, we have the young people, we are going to talk like we have sense, but we have a real pro. You understand me? That man I got show we say, yo, all right, I make little sense, but let me give you some proper direction. Shamar Clark, executive financial consultant. He's here with me on Zoom. Shamar, live.
Yeah, man, I'm here, man.
Alright, give thanks. First of all, Shamar, I just say this. I always have to introduce. Because, the bridge made me meet some very interesting people. But I actually met you because you did a show with the CJN family. We are CJN family talking about money and them things. I was a part of that crew. So me or some other topic, I say, oh, one man we know we can get in my tough head. Or if it's going more wise with the man, that's Shamar. So thank you so much for circling, Shamar. Let me get right into it. Dennis. Quickly, so you have your own business, bro. Congrats on that. Your business is. Quickly, just tell me about the business that you have. Quickly.
Well, firstly, my first business was Biomate Jamaica, and we focus on some restaurant supplies, oil and stuff like that. But there's an end goal to it. We want to move into manufacturing other products, eco-friendly products that can be introduced into the market in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the world, if possible. And then we have Simply Water that was recently launched.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Come on, man. 21? Captain, hey, the man is legit being Captain Planet when media watch Captain Planet. You know what I mean? It's not making no sense. It's not making no sense. Congrats, man. And your lovely partner, Janae. Tell me something. Tell me a little bit about your business.
So Scripty is my second business.
Second? Oh,
because, well, before it wasn't a technical business, but I started off freelancing. And so I did that since 2018. And I just saw where the demand was there. And then I started to learn more about business and so last year I decided to register my business and start offering virtual assistants to clients. And it's been interesting because I realized that in Jamaica a lot of persons don't really know much about virtual assistants and how they can tap into, taking advantage of something like that. So it's been a journey. Most of the persons I work with are not in Jamaica, but I hope to work with more local clients and local businesses.
And again, what I'm for ask is, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Jeez. Oh my God. All right. Okay. All right. I'm good. I'm at the bridge. I'm on the right path. All right. I got my life together. No, so you guys have fantastic business initiatives and you guys are doing the right thing. Generational wealth. We're young people, right? Again, in the younger than me, but I'm not jealous. And so have you guys mids that at all? Are you just say, all right, make a little food out for this? Are you guys thinking long term with the finances right now?
Well, I'm very planning.
Okay.
I plan out my future. I say,
what is that?
I want this to happen and I want this to happen. And so generational wealth is definitely something that I aspire to build, and I'm on the road to building. That's a must for me. Come
on, Jenny, I want to be real with me. You sure it wasn't a hashtag you sip on Twitter? Because I know it's a generational wealth. I know something we young people have made. I feel like I see it as a trending topic and people running on it. It's something you have missed from long time. It's just something you just be like, say I might as well pre this thing long term.
I wasn't really medding it long term, like from the get-go, but I didn't really know it was generational wealth. I didn't know that was the term. But I knew that, I want to save for rainy day. And then you learn that, okay, you can invest for the future and that kind of thing. So I think that's what I was doing at first.
Right.
And then I started hearing about generational wealth. I think it has definitely become a buzzword because since COVID, everybody's starting a business and they start hearing about generational wealth and they think, okay, I have a business. So I can have this business to pass on. So I think it's definitely become a buzzword, and I have probably jumped on the whole generational wealth thing because I've been hearing about it more, and I've been educating myself.
Which is right. That's it. Now I'm tell you, Dennis, man, put you under the spotlight. Like, this is why you not tell black people your business, So I had a talk with you.
Yeah.
Remember I asked you the question. I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
so, Dennis told me that, your family, struggle.
Yeah.
Right? You say your people, but your people, their money still. There's a thing that, generational wealth, parents passed on, whether it be fortune or business. I have to commend you because we know there's some rich pitney who, this good man, mommy and daddy, money are forward. We don't need to do nothing. But you, how did you approach your business? Is it that you saw your parents doing the thing and you just be like, I see the struggle, I see the fight, more have something for myself, or did you even think that I'm not have to do that business ever, man? Did you ever think you're going to depend on mommy and daddy?
No, I think it's just how I was brought up, the foundation I was brought up on, and it inspired me to do and make for myself as well.
Okay.
So
that's it. You just be like, yo, mommy and daddy. That's I like that. Your parents, put the values in there and say, you know what? They'll tell the truth though. Pops never look at you and say, hey, I'm my money and I hear money. Let her go out there. That's true, man. I see y'all. Shamar, I see you on the Zoom. You're looking very impressed by what you're hearing. First of all,
impressed by the young couple.
Yeah, young couple. That's the thing with me. I know there's two random people, a young couple that do it. Come on, man.
I'm fully impressed. I'm impressed.
Shamar, so I'm gonna ask you the real professional question then. What is generational wealth? First of all.
All right. So we want to do it very, we like to make things simple.
Yeah.
Keep it in a manner that everybody can consume. All right. So generational wealth in the simplest terms is passing down assets or wealth from one generation to the next, as the name actually suggests. So rather than just creating a form of wealth for your own livelihood or within your life space, you're allowing your future generations to benefit. And the truth of the matter is that I hear the young couple speaking, and I'm smiling because with the foundation that you're developing at that young age, by the time you get to, if you continue on the path, and by the time you get to 40, 50, 60 years old and you're leaving this place, if you live that long, we pray for God's blessing for your life. But you're going to be able to now pass down the benefits of what your lessons that you'd have learned, and as well as the physical assets. So you see, when you hear people talking about generational wealth, it's more than just the assets that are passed down. It involves the principles. And the gentleman just spoke about is, well, you brought the man business that talk about his father stuff and his father money. But look at it. If your father did not put out a certain amount of effort, right, there would not be anything for you to even stand on or to build that foundation on. Understand? So think about generational wealth in that type of space. So you now have that platform. So you're now able to build on that platform now and leave something else for your generation, so for your children's children. I like what the Bible says. A wise man leaves an inheritance for his what? Children's children. Yeah. So that's really what generational wealth is.
I'm so glad that you completed that sentence. And I need to brush up back on my biblical teachings. But Shamar, all right, so I love what I'm hearing. And, when I was your age, I just aged myself a while ago. Yo, I'm still at the age where I can say my age. I'm 27, Shamar, right? And I go after me. When I was 21, I was mincing like you guys. I'm not going to tell you lie. When I was 21, I was like, oh, I'm 21. Can't go party, and we can't do this, and we can't do that. Because at that age, Shamar, I said to myself, when I made generational wealth, I don't even know if I want to you. I can't even find a girl for second with anyway. The girl, it going to the streets. These girls are for the streets. It go already. So I can't even, Shamar, is there an age limit? Is there an age limit? What is there an age we're supposed to say, all right, at this time, we're supposed to be medsing generational wealth? Or should we wait to get our first job? Or, wait, go. When do we start medsing that?
All right, so that question is actually a very good question to ask, right? And let me respond in this way. There isn't an age. There isn't a particular age that you should start thinking about generational wealth. But ideally, we'd want everybody to start when they're very young, right? So we'd want the principles to start to build up from a tender age. So we hear consistently, and just like we hear generational wealth becoming a hot topic or a hashtag that is thrown around a lot, think about you continue to hear that money and the values behind money and investments and things like that are not taught in schools very early. So it makes a lot more difficult for us now, person that we're not brought up with money, like myself, you understand, to develop the principles that are necessary to create any form of generational wealth. Because if you think about it, generational wealth as it dictates is leaving wealth behind for a future generation. You can disappear from this earth at 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 30. Understand? You would have been gone at a pretty early age. So that means now you would have not had the opportunity then to live out your live out 30 or 40 more years. But what would happen if at that point in time, if you had a son or a daughter? Would you be leaving anything for them at that point in time? So that now erodes the concept of persons thinking that you don't think about generational wealth until you're in your 30s or your 40s. If for that particular scenario where somebody disappears or lose their life at a very young and tender age, at early 30s or 20s, when would they have started to think about generational wealth? So the idea is to start to do it as early as possible. So once you can understand exactly what money is, how it works, how it functions, how do you save, how you budget, how you invest, these conversations now are things that should be happening in the household very early to say, listen, daddy said, listen, I started learning about this thing very, very late in my life, but me want to make sure say you learn it very early. So at the end of the day, you're able to now benefit your future generation. So that in and of itself is your father's passing down of his generational wealth, the wealth of knowledge that he has, right? That can form the foundation to build you. Because my mother, she might not have passed down material wealth to me, but the discipline of working hard and just being kind and being humble and all these times, the good principles that have been passed on to me, that has aided me to become the person I am today and help me and has helped me to continue to grow. You understand? So it's not, as I said before, and I continue to say it, it's not only about passing down the money, because you will pass on the money and without the principles, the money will disappear within 1 or 2 generations, and the statistics are there. So it's important for us to think about it in that context. So it's not just to say there's a particular age to think about it. What I'd like to say, the sooner, the better. The reality is that not all of us are coming from the same background, so we're not going to be exposed to the same information. So as soon as you're exposed to it, that is when you should start thinking about it.
Respect, man, respect. Jenny, again, Shamar said something very, very, very important, that generational wealth, when it comes to passing that time, it's not really just vanity and money, and you can actually pass on principles. But the reality of the thing is, boy, in the streets, if you don't see it, you don't believe it. You understand what I say? So, like, how would you advise people your age to start medsing, like how Shamar was saying? Because I have to tell the truth, I have to speak it as it is. If we not pass down, for example, a laptop, we not feel like we are doing nothing. You know, for me just look on you and say, you know, stay in school. You know, that's actually some knowledge and some wealth passing, but people don't really believe that. Like, how would you, you know, cause as Shamar said, people not, this is, I never did know this much in a school. Maybe never did pay attention to POB and them thing there. But I don't think it start like how Shamar breaking it down for us. So how would you break it down to your peers? Like, hey, you know, say, this is something for do. You know, this is something for meds. How would you do that?
So let me just say a really great point that he made is that passing down generational wealth is not just about the money, the assets, the property, the stocks. It is about the actual knowledge, because we've seen so many persons, them inherit millions, billions of dollars and them broke in like a few months. It's really about the management of the money. And so my advice to young people is, like, you know, you don't really need the flashiest of things. Not because you have the money mean you need to buy the Mercedes and the BMW off the bat. You know, I think it really comes down to making sacrifices. Like, if you're willing to make sacrifices, then I think you're on the right path. But if it is that you're easily swayed and you want the blingiest of things and you want everything right now, then I think just try to think about the future that you want. Because if you can get a smaller car now, then in the future you can buy, instead of one Mercedes, you can buy 5 Mercedes. You know, you kind of have to have that vision.
Sounds good.
And, you know,
sounds good.
Trust that process. Make the sacrifices now so that you can reap the benefits later.
Watch your style now, Jenny. Watch your style now, Shamar. Dennis Moore, be real with me. Same. That's a lovely woman next to you. Women meds things differently from us, you know. I want you to tell the truth, bro. Tell the truth. Like you would want to buy the Benz now. like, come on. Come on. Hey, I'm just saying. You know, you're to buy the Benz now. Are you going to just work with the narrative or with promoting tonight? You know?
Everything comes in its time.
Jeez, I thought I had you on my side, man. No, it's everything in time.
Yeah.
And what's the advice you'd give to, especially young men? I have to protect with gender a certain way, you know. Don't, you know, ladies, I feel ladies good certain way, and I don't just have a head pun about. But us guys, we have to go through a lot of trial and tribulation before we wise up. So
I believe in young men have focus problems. So they may have goals. They could speak to their friends about their goals every day, but they're not driven or focused on those goals. So they get trapped lots of time. So they lose their youthful years, and then they try to catch up. And then sometimes it's too late. So I'll definitely advise the younger generation males to be more focused and driven.
Be more focused and driven. Yo, I mean, cause Shamar, after I take that little break out, I want you break down. Oh, exactly. Cause me inspired now. Cause I go buy the Benz tomorrow. You know, I tell you the truth, I go buy it. But I say, you know what? So I go after we fall from the break, Shamar, I want you break down. Oh. Aye, Shelz. Man, them alright, you know. Them have them business and them young, and me I get hold. More you tell me, how can I start setting up for my future financially? We'll take a quick break and forward. So 1-3.
Start your morning with us. Take your stress away.